Today we will cook cheese puff Gougeres, French cheese puff Gougeres. Very nice appetizer, crispy outside, fluffy inside. It's a kind of cloud of pleasure. Hello, I'm Chef Vivien, French chef. Today we will prepare Gougeres cheese puff, in French Gougeres. Wonderful appetizer based on very basic products like flour, butter, eggs and water, and good cheese. In this case today we will use Comté, but if you live in some country where there is no Comté, you can use the cheese that you like. So it's a simple dough with some cheese and some nutmeg. So it's like a one secret to remember these 4 ingredients and the amount of every one. 1 liter of liquid, can be water, can be milk, can be a mix of both. It's for 400 grams of butter, 600 grams for flour, so 16 eggs. All of this, of course, is for around 32 people that we used to do in a restaurant like mise en place. But for your family, you can cut all in 4 parts, so it will be 4 times less, but it's easy to remember. It will be 250 grams of liquid, 100 grams of butter, 150 grams of flour, and 4 eggs. If we talk about usual eggs, around 60 grams. But you will see after, when we will do the dough, you will see how to add the last egg. It's very important secret also. Wet your ingredients before, as usual in pastry. I will take just water today, but you can use milk or a mix of milk and water. We put salt. We put the butter in little pieces, parcelle de beurre in French, in a cold water. And now we will boil all of this. So let's go. Start. We start heating up. So as you can see, the water is boiling and the butter is melted. So it's a perfect situation. Now we will put the flour in once. It's very important. Don't be afraid, it's in once. We immediately put all the flour this way. And we mix all of this. Of course, the first time you will be afraid about this texture, but it's completely normal situation. It will be okay after a while. It's becoming homogeneous and start to form a kind of a ball. Now the target is to dry this mix. All liquid, all water, all steam should evaporate. So you mix like this and you press in the border of the pan to exit maximum, to help system of evaporation. Can be around 2 or 3 minutes, and when it will be okay, the dough itself will tell you. It won't stick in your spoon, so it's still sticking, so we need to follow the process. I use a wooden spoon, you can use a plastic spoon, but I prefer pieces of wood in the food. Why we do this is in order that all the liquid that we want in this dough will be better eggs than steam or than water, in order to make them tasty. And very important, when we will prepare them in oven, it will be less possibility for them to fall down after cooking. Now we can form a bowl and it's not sticking to the pan, it's perfect. Now we will use the food processor to incorporate eggs. So now we put the dough in the processor, and once again, and we will follow to mix, and you will see the steam going up, and once again we dry the dough. It's of course possible to do manually with the same spoon. As you see, the steam is going up. To show you, we can prepare the first egg. Every time use a little bowl, little mug to put your eggs one by one, because if you put all and the last one is not a good egg, can happen, you will kill all your dough. You need to add your eggs one by one. It's very important, and more if you do it with hands, you will understand that it's better one by one. Let's go. Up. Second one. So I already add 3 eggs. The last one, the fourth one, you need to make an omelette. To mix it, make a little omelette. And why? Because now we need to control the texture of the dough. So I advise you to never add the last egg without doing this process, because sometimes you will do not dry enough your dough before. You will evaporate more water when you will boil with butter. Your flour will be more wet as usual. Your eggs will be a little bit more bigger than usual. So many conditions that you will not get a successful result. That is why the last egg you need to add little by little and check the texture of your dough. Let's go there. So I add a little bit of these eggs. Don't put all this egg at once. Add little bit by little bit. Now it's too dry, it's too solid, too compact. So you need more liquid, you need more egg. So we add a little bit more. Well, you need to get this kind of texture. So the dough is falling, but slowly. This kind of texture. The texture I like for choux pastry. So this is a base for choux pastry, and now we will do gougère. So now we can season the dough. We will start with nutmeg, a little bit, some nutmeg if you like, some pepper. I like black pepper. You can also add some hot chili pepper, in powder of hot chili pepper, but I will put pepper, black pepper. 2, 3. Remember, this is an appetizer, so an appetizer must be good, tasty, flavored, so salt, pepper, nutmeg, cheese. Don't be afraid with this. So we will cut this in little cubes. We add a part of grated cheese, this way. You can mix a little bit. And in order to have pieces in each gougère cheese puff, we add little cubes to give more music in your mouth when you will eat it. It's very important. So little slice and very little cubes. Cubes around 2 or 3 millimeters, this way. Little, like brunoise in French. Because of this, when you will do your gougère cheese puff, if you have 2 big pieces of cheese, it won't work, because this will be inside the dough. Because we will use a pastry bag and a pastry cone, of in my case I will use 13 millimeters. So don't forget about this when you cut your cubes of cheese. Right, we add our cubes in the dough. Up, mix once again. Last one. Voilà, and the dough is ready. So now we just need to put in a pastry bag. If you don't have any pastry bag, you can use a bag for freezer. Or you can also do it You can do it with just 2 spoons. You won't have a nice form, but you will have the taste, so do not worry about this. Better to do it. So I put my cone there, cut the pastry bag this way, up. We take a baking paper in a tray, fill in the pastry bag, up. My oven is at 170 degrees Celsius. Look, the technical gest. You do this, or you can use a knife, or you can use this part and do this way in order to exit all air which is inside, and it won't give you problem after when you will do your gougère, your cheese puff, without air, and don't make pook, and you need to once again do it. Voilà, the bag is ready to work. Another little secret of chef: take a little bit of dough, put on your tray, and use like a glue to fix the paper. Up. It will be easier to pocher, to put your choux inside. Do the same technique if you make some meringue, is the same. I control with my left hand the 8 this way. I can control the 8 of my cone, and with the right hand I should do like this way. I press these 2 fingers and after do this. This. It's the same way to take off milk of goat. We do this and this and this, the same way. So don't forget to let a search space between 2, because in this case, for instance, it's little because it will grow around twice or 3 times its volume. Keep a certain distance between 2 choux, 2 gougères, 2 cheese puffs. The second line will be in between other ones, so this way. You can do it with the spoon. You don't need to fill in more your tray. This is a kind of maximum, so as you see in usual oven tray I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of every time 6 or 5 gougères. So I will have 30, which is okay for 5, 6, 8 people. Now here I have a yolk with a little bit of water. I do a little bit more flat this way. Take a little bit of yolk and do this way. Voilà. Then we use a pastry brush for the finishing. Avoid egg drops on the paper. Voilà, this size I will put them at 170 degrees Celsius, around 17 minutes, 20 minutes. I will look. Every oven is different, every dough is different, so you need to adapt and try. But in my case it will be 17, 20 minutes. Let's go there. And today I want to do a little experiment. I take a mold, silicone mold, put some cheese, some comté inside. It's the first time I do it, so let's see what's happened. But in my idea it must be more gourmand because more cheese, and this cheese must be crispy after cooking. It's not easy because the cheese is moving. Maybe it won't work, I don't know. And I will put them as well at 170 degrees for around, maybe they are a little bit more little, so maybe around 15-17 minutes. Let's see after.
20 minutes later.
Finally, after 20 minutes, gougère ready, gougère cheese puff ready. Very nice, puffy. When you take them, they're very light. They are hot, warm, but hot, but nice. Let's check inside. Very nice. I cannot resist more. I need to try. Crunchy outside but soft inside, with the delicate taste of pepper, nutmeg, and the taste of comté, the taste of cheese, of course. So the other experience seems to work. As you see, you have a nice shape, half sphere shape, with the cheese on top. Voilà, so you can do this way. Very cheesy. The melty comté. We can also do a sweet variation, sweet version which is called chouquette in French. So if you want to see this recipe, write in comments and maybe we'll do this also very famous chouquette that you can find in boulangerie for your tea time at 5. Subscribe to my channel, have a good apéro and see you soon.